Hey everybody, this is Mr. Bates with a quick video here about how to get your geometry out of the Airfoil sim and into a file so we can put it into Onshape and 3D print it. So at this point you should have finished 1.2.6, which is where you got all of that coefficient of lift and coefficient of drag data. So I'm not going to go over how to do that. What we're looking at here is we are looking at our geometry data here. So this is the data that we want. So you'll notice it's a bunch of different points. It gives us the x coordinate, the y coordinate. It also gives us pressure and velocity values. We don't need those. We just want x coordinate and y coordinate. Unfortunately, this is a little bit buggy. So if you just try to click and drag to highlight, it doesn't stay. So what I found to work is if you click and drag all this data, all that data, without letting go of the mouse, you do Control C. Then you can let go of the mouse because otherwise, if you just let go of the mouse, if you highlight and then let go of the mouse, it just goes away. If you highlight everything and then do Control C, you should be able to do Control V and paste it into a spreadsheet. So we're going to be doing this work in a spreadsheet. We're going to try and clean up these values a little bit because you'll notice all the numbers are really jumbled up and they're badly formatted. So what we're going to do first is we'll get rid of these first two rows. We're going to keep the lower surface separate for just a moment. You'll notice that our data is all jumbled up. What you can do is you can separate that out. If you click on column A to select the whole column A, you're then going to go to Data, Split Text to Columns. When you split text to columns, you get to choose a separator. Here, the separator is a space, and that is good. And we're happy with that. So now you'll notice we've got all of our data. These last two columns you can get rid of. Get rid of those. And we're going to rename our columns here. This is X and Y. So we've got our X points and we've got our Y points. Now there's a little bit, we're almost done. There's a little bit of annoyance here because if I go ahead and graph my data, which I can do by selecting all of this and inserting a chart, you're going to want to delete the chart eventually, but we've got to choose a scatter plot here. Oh, right, there's a break in my data. So let me just get rid of those real quick. Try that again. If I insert a chart, I get an airfoil shape and it looks pretty good. However, if I connect my dots, I get this big ugly line through the middle of my airfoil, which sort of looks like a chord line. The problem is if we try to 3D print that, it will 3D print with a weird line down the middle. And that's not, we can do better than that. I don't like that. So why does it have that line at all? Well, if you look at your data, your X data goes negative 0.5 and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger all the way up to 0.5. That is, it starts out here and kind of winds its way to the positive. And then you'll notice that our X values jump back to the lower side. That is, the upper surface and the lower surface are separate. So this line represents the data jumping all the way back. We can fix that. And the way we're going to fix it is by reversing the order of the lower surface. You would think that there would be an easy way to do this. It's easy, but there's not a clean way to do this. So what you're going to do is find that first place where your X jumps back to being negative. And then what we're going to do, and you'll notice I put in a new column here. What you're going to do is you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're just going to number the points on the lower surface. 16. There should be like 18 or 19 of them. And what we want to do is we want to reverse the order. So grab all of this. And what you're going to go is you're going to go Data, Sort Range, and you're going to sort it Z to A. That is, we're going to sort it backwards. Boop. And you'll notice our weird little chord line is gone. So that means we're done with column A. We can get rid of it. There's one more thing that we should clean up here, which is you'll notice we have a repeated point right here. Just go ahead and get rid of that repeated point. All right, so now our data should be all nice and clean. We can get rid of our chart. And what we've got is just nice X and Y data. So give it a good name, call it, whatever your name is, airfoil points. So you can find it. And then we're specifically going to download this as a CSV file, a comma separated values file. That's a kind of text file that we can import into Onshape. So you're going to save it as a CSV file wherever you did. Name airfoil points. I'm going to just save that. And then in the next video, we can see how to import that into Onshape and make our airfoil.